talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics.
Alright, my YouTube, it is Charles here, and I want to start this comic book review off with a big thank you. Earlier this week, I found out that I will not be receiving my food assistance benefit, and I am disabled, unable to work. So that was a big blow to me. And later on that same day, the tablet that I used to record, edit, and post my videos ended up breaking. This is a backup tablet. It works very poorly. The camera is iffy and it uploads inconsistently. It doesn't quite work with YouTube and other social media sites. And so, out of desperation to continue doing this YouTube, I put out a call on GoFundMe, and you guys got me back up on my feet within the hour. As soon as those funds are available, I'm going to be able to get my new tablet to hopefully produce even better quality content for you guys and keep the love of nerd culture coming. So I just wanted to start off with a thank you. That being said, let's get to the good stuff. I want to talk about Blood and Thunder number 6 from Image Comics. I am really enjoying this book. It is about a half alien, half human, I guess you would say that she would be like a cosmic bondsman, a bounty hunter if you will, that works adjacent to and with the police force on this terraformed asteroid. And very, very fun book. But one thing I really like as well is that they're putting a lot of time into world and lore building, which is a sign that this is going to be a long-running, epic, story. And it is well worth it. The last few issues, as a matter of fact, one of them didn't even feature Blood and Thunder, the main two protagonists, at all. It followed this doctor on another planet, this human doctor who was wealthy, and his library got broken into by this alien, and he was trying to find out what was going on with it and trying to discover what these aliens wanted to do with books. And in this society, books are something that's uncommon. In the first issue, our main antagonist, or at least the alien that was set up as the antagonist, broke out of prison and was seeking books. And when Blood and Thunder, the bounty hunter, and her sentient gun, Thunder, find out what he was after, they were perplexed because the books wasn't even something that they dealt with. And right off, I caught that, they were going for something, as far as knowledge being power. And that the true treasure was in those books. And the aloof humans were really wondering why these backward aliens were so concerned with books when they didn't even care. But the way that the society was set up was humans on top and everybody else on the bottom. And so why would they want society to change? Why would they care about books? But our main, in the first issue we meet our main protagonist, Blood and Thunder, her gun. And then the antagonist is this prisoner, this gargantuan, grotesque alien that broke out of a prison that was off of this terraformed asteroid. And one thing that really got me in this issue, and that the authors were clever in, is we actually finally, Blood finally catches up to this escaped prisoner in this issue on a different planet, as he is confronting this doctor and breaking into his library for his books. And that this alien, this prisoner, you find out that he's not just a mindless monster. He is more akin to a freedom fighter, wanting to really help the aliens rise up. And earlier, I think maybe in issue 2, he had a chance to kill Blood. That is her name, not the gun is Thunder. But when he recognized that she was part alien, he showed her mercy before escaping the terraforming asteroid. And here again, she tries to confront him, tries to capture him, tries to kill him. And her bullets just bounce right off of him. And he tries to reason with her, seeing, that she is part alien, and trying to discuss things, trying to get her to see things from his perspective. And, this line right here toward the end of the book during their interaction, that the escaped prisoner says, "One last question, Officer Bledsoe. What's my name? Did they tell you? Do you know who you are hunting and to advance your station?" And she replies, "The prisoner." And he says, And then he flees the planet. Really showing that she didn't, that he was underestimated and judged prematurely and unfairly by his captors. And another funny scene is another poignant scene. I'm trying to find this other comical part, but again, in their interactions, the prisoner, he says, "Why interesting, why do you fight on behalf of humans? Why do you risk your life to be a cog in their machine?" And she says, "Explicit, because I am explicit human, dude." Basically. And she tells him about her history. Her parents are human. She was raised human. And she didn't know where she was born. Her dad was an IPPF officer. My mother is a missionary. Very human things. And he replies, "This almost basically kind of humanity. Is this why you plan to gain a position at the penitentiary force in such an unorthodox fashion?" So even he sees, the prejudice that she faces, to where she is more than capable to be part of this police force, but she is kept at arm's length because of her heritage. And, here it is, this line right here that really stuck with me is, as he is leaving, after he has dealt with the doctor. I'm not going to give you point by point, blow by blow, because I want to give you just enough. See if it's something you're going to be interested in, but I don't want to ruin the story for you. But to show his true magnanimous nature and humanity, as he's getting ready to leave, he asked her, "Do you want to shoot me some more to see your bullets bounce off my skin? Is materia so abundant on this planet?" And and Thunder, the weapon, says, "It's not actually so. Why don't we just leave?" And he says, "Your weapon has more sense than you." And so, again, we're seeing that he has given her a lot more grace than he has shown any human that he has interacted with. And as well, he refers to something linguistically that caught me, is that when he's dealing with the doctor, the doctor looks down on him as a savage, as a monster, being an alien. And the doctor justifies his experiments and different things on aliens as, of scientific importance. And his right being that he's from a higher caste. And the alien questions his humanity and posits that Earthers are not human. And so in this world, humanity is not so much a species, but a concept of a system of morals and values. And Earthers, as he called them, seem to really lack humanity. So there's lots of parallel to the real world, to power struggles, to colonialism in this book. And I had a very cool interaction on Blue Sky with a couple of the writers of this book, and they assured me that yes, indeed, this is going to be a much more expansive story than they've already done, and I'm excited for it because with what they've done already in the first 6 issues, completely mind-blowing. You have humor, you have tons of action, a little bit of vulgarity, yet a very intelligent subtext that carries the story. So that's my thoughts on Blood and Thunder number 6 from Image Comics. I highly suggest you get it. A very fun book. If you are a fan of science fiction and action, check it out. Not one to be missed. And again, thank you to all my viewers. You guys really showed up for me this week. And hopefully the content's going to start looking a little bit better. I have lots of bank content, but as soon as I get my new setup, I'm going to be shooting even more stuff and continuing to share nerd love. And that is the important thing in this channel, because when I became disabled, collecting and comic books and entertainment and nerd culture were saviors of my mental health. And so I want to hopefully help somebody else that may be in my situation, or in a situation that I may not understand, but this stuff can really help you and give you something to look forward to. Plus, it's just fun as hell. So I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep reading them books. I'm out.